Hello fellow mutants, welcome back to another video. In this video we're going to talk about uh article that says 4 elementary lessons Gen Z can learn from the Karate Kid trilogy and Cobra Kai. I'm just going to go head right into the lessons. That it says that it can be proper for the Gen Zers. And before anyone says, "Oh my god, Phil, you spoiled Cobra Kai, this is bad for me," this contains spoilers. If you guys don't want spoilers, X out this video right now. Go watch Cobra Kai, all 5 seasons. Come back. That way, if you guys haven't watched it, you guys can't blame me for spoiling any part of Cobra Kai Season 5. That and the fact that I also just gave you guys a spoiler warning, so say I didn't warn you either. Get it? Got it? Good. Now let's read this article. Choose the right mentor for you. The return of Terry Silver's character, driven by greed and deception. Some of us may see this in the corporation world. Teaches that you should choose a mentor with high integrity and values aligned with your own, but whose strength complements your weaknesses. For example, having a risk at first mentor will help you see what you may not anticipate if you are open to risk. Also, making sure your mentor is not overextended is very important. Sometimes mentors get phone told to participate in mentoring programs, but are too busy to give even a minimum effort. Don't get discouraged and try your best to write it out, but seek an informal mentor with the time and energy to help guide you on your career path. So there's 1. Choose the right mentor for you. Number 2. Mentors are human beings too. In Cobra Kai, karate instructors, senseis, Daniel LaRusso, and Johnny Lawrence constantly struggle with their core values throughout the series. Daniel works with the pain he endured being bullied by Johnny and the rest of the Cobra Kai gang. Johnny struggles with his life choices, abandoning his kid and working odd jobs, transitioning to be a karate sensei, and having a second chance at being a good father. The lesson translates into the corporate world very well. We don't know what's going on in our mentors' lives. Instead of putting them on a pedestal, we need to be patient and understand that they're human beings like the rest of us and don't always have everything figured out. Also, there's no secret handbook given to mentors to how to succeed. So that's number 2. Mentors are humans too. Number 3. Sorry, I thought I saw my cat doing something weird, sorry. Number 3. Be prepared to learn and work hard. As we saw in the Karate Kid trilogy and Cobra Kai, well, I feel like this, because they do use the word Karate Kid trilogy, I feel like it's better to say Karate Kid movies because I'm including the next Karate Kid film, which is a really good film. I feel like it's overrated. I mean, not over. It's underrated, and more people should view the next Karate Kid. That's just me. With that said, as we saw in Karate Kid trilogy and in Cobra Kai, it took a lot of hard work and growth and a growth mindset for the protagonist to succeed. The Eagle Fang Miyagi-Do combination is an entry for the Sekai International Tournament, which I wouldn't be surprised, because before I continue though with my point, in the Sekai Tekkai is pretty much the All Valley tournament. For those of you who might not have seen the show but are still here and don't mind getting spoiled, The Sekai Tech Guy is pretty much the All Valley tournament, but on a higher scale, if that makes sense. And Eagle Fang is Johnny Lawrence's karate dojo name. It's kind of like a more humanized version of Cobra Kai. And Miyagi-Do is, well, you guys know what it is if you've seen the Karate Kid films. And they do end up like in season 4, kinda, and also more so in season 5. Eagle Fang and Miyagi-Do does combine, and I think it was in the finale of season 4, Daniel does say Miyagi Fang. So I wouldn't. And they need a name to really enter the tournament for the Sekai Takai International Tournament. So I wouldn't be surprised if Johnny and Daniel both agree to the Miyagi Fang as their combined name. Of course, it's not going to be permanent. As I can't English right. But it's not going to be like for a forever name. It's just going to be a temporary name for the Sekai Tech Guy International Tournament. And then after the Sekai Tech Guy International Tournament, Eagle Fang and Miyagi-Do will like be their own respective styles. But of course, people will be familiar with both styles, and that makes sense. And who knows? Maybe the Miyagi Fang will stick in this universe. Anyways, I'm derailing this entirely, so I do apologize for that. Getting back. So remember, we're on lesson number 3. Be prepared to learn and work hard. So continuing. I researched the reasons why mentoring programs or relationships fall apart when I was developing a mentoring program for a professional association to help avoid mentoring failures. One of the leading causes of mentoring relationships and mentoring programs fail is the mentees are not prepared to learn or to work hard, and they let the relationships deteriorate. I witnessed the issue firsthand. Even though we did our best to prevent this from happening, one of the best tools for Gen Z has that we elder millennials. And yes, I'm also a millennial. That's the first time I've seen the term "an elder millennial." So that cracks me up. Anywho, one of the best tools for the Gen Z has that we elder millennials didn't grow up with is Google. Yeah, because I don't think Google came out, and you guys can fact check that for me. Didn't come out until like 1999 or like 2002. In between that time, I believe. Anyways, just doing a simple Google search on questions to ask my mentor will give you tons of results and advice. And that's true because us millennials, we were born in the most unique time. Because, and the reason why I'm saying that is because we were born towards the end of the generation that didn't really use, that didn't really use technology, but we were like born in that generation where we were one of the first people to use the technology. So us millennials were born in a pretty unique time frame, if that makes sense. And let me jump cut because this little boy takes forever to sit down. So now we figure things out now. Thank you, Nemo. Love you, boy. And what is the fourth and final lesson? Wax on, wax off. Connect, work with purpose. Sorry. One one of the best and most memorable scenes in the Karate Kid was when Mr. Miyagi required Daniel LaRusso to mindlessly paint his fence and wax his cars. Daniel finally had enough and said he wanted to learn karate, not work for free. Once he started storming off, Mr. Miyagi showed him that he was creating muscle memory so that he would be able to block punches and kicks. Not much has changed since the movie came out. We need to understand, as mentees, employees, and even family members, how the work we do plays into the bigger picture purpose for which we allocate our time and energy. Anyways, I had a major brain fart for a second. I had to do a jump cut, but anyways, so we need to understand as mentees, employees, and even family members how the work we do plays into the bigger picture purpose on which we allocate our time and energy. We also need to understand that sometimes being patient and trusting the process can lead to the tremendous growth. That's the wax on wax off, connect with the purpose. And finally it says, if you're reading this and don't have a mentor, don't worry, it's okay. I didn't get my first mentor until I interned for one of my professors in business school, and he has profoundly impacted my life. We still grab lunch frequently to this day. Some tips I give my undergraduate students, in addition to the four above, are to reach out to folks you admire at work or outside of work and ask them if they're available to grab lunch to hear more about how they got to where they are today. If they're too busy for lunch, ask them if they're available for like a quick 15-minute Zoom or coffee. Don't take it personally if they decline, but following up with them every couple of months to see if they're available. As you're navigating the new world of remote, hybrid, or in-person work, be vulnerable and proactive by contacting someone you respect to help mentor and accumulate you to your company's culture. Make sure you choose the right mentor. Be patient, be prepared to learn and work hard, and ask how your work contributes to the bigger picture. If the person you want to be your mentor is too busy, move on to someone who has time and passion to help. Lastly, don't forget to pay it forward and devote your time to mentoring others, preferably while listening to You're the Best by Joe Esposito. Okay. So I felt like that was a really good article. Even though I'm not a Gen Z, I'm a millennial, I'm still going to apply these lessons, these tips that this person gave me in my life. And the reason why I'm a huge fan of the Karate Kid films, all four Karate Kid films, I don't count the Jackie Chan one, the Karate Kid Part 1, 2, 3, and the next Karate Kid, as well as Cobra Kai, is because sure, they're fun. We get to see some badass ninja moves, karate moves, I should say. But we get to see we get life lessons in them, and we get lessons that we can apply to our normal lives, to our everyday lives. Can use those tools that Miss Miyagi has taught Daniel and Daniel LaRusso and Julie Pierce from the Karate Kid films, and what Daniel LaRusso and Johnny Lawrence teaches their students in Cobra Kai, and use it into the real world. And I that's part like that's like part of the reason like that's the reason why I'm like I like part of the reason why I so love Cobra Kai, the Karate Kid films, because you get advice on how you can tackle whatever is going on in your life while also watching pretty badass moves too. So there's that. Anyways, what do you guys think about this article? Let me know in the comment section down below. Love you guys. Have a wonderful day. Be kind to one another. I'm gonna talk to you like blah 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 blah. I mess it up. I'll talk to you guys later. Later, taters. Love you all.